Hello, my dear students. A very warm welcome to all of you in Shri Jayendra Rank Zone. I am your friend and mentor for the subject Business Economics. In this lecture, we'll continue with Chapter 3, that is Theory of Production and Cost, and in particular, we will continue with the multiple choice questions, that is MCQs. So let us begin. This is lecture number 11. Let us continue with the MCQ. 46. A decreasing return to scale are present. If decreasing returns to scale are present, then if all inputs are increased by 10%, then A. Output will also decrease by 10%. B. Output will increase by 10%. C. Output will increase by less than 10%. Or D. Output will increase by more than 10%. So over here it could be C, output will increase by less than 10%, and that is why it is decreasing returns. All inputs are increased by 10%. Output will also increase, but it will increase by less than 10%, and that is why it is known as decreasing returns. Let's see question number 47 now. The production function is a relationship between a given combination of inputs and A. Another combination that yields the same output? No. The highest resulting output? Yes. The increase in output generated by 1 unit increase in one output and all levels of output that can be generated by those inputs. The answer is the highest resulting output, that is B. 47B. Let's see 48 now. If the marginal product of labor is below the average product of labor, if the marginal product of labor is below the average product of labor, it must be true that A. The marginal product of labor is negative, the marginal product of labor is 0, the average product of labor is falling, or the average product of labor is negative. So students, over here we can say that the average product of labor is falling. Just see this diagram properly. Over here the marginal product is falling. Over here the marginal product is falling. The average product is also falling, but marginal product is below the average product. And if marginal product is below the average product, the marginal product will fall, but average product will not touch the x-axis. The average product will not touch the x-axis. I believe you understood. So we can say that 48C, the average product of labor is falling. Just write over here, average product will not touch the x-axis. So it can't be 0. It can't be 0 or negative. But marginal product can be 0 and can be negative. It is possible. Let's see the next question, 49. The average product of labor is maximized when marginal product of labor is A equals to average product of labor. Over here that means what? The average product of labor is maximized when marginal product of labor equals to average product of labor. B equals 0, C maximized, or D none of the above. It is equals to average product of labor. Just see it over here. Just see it over here. As you can see over here, the average product is at maximum when the marginal product is falling, but marginal product equals to the average product. The average product is at maximum and marginal product is equals to average product over here. Let's go to question number 50. The law of variable proportion is drawn under all the assumptions mentioned below except the assumption that, so this is not the assumption of law of variable proportion. A. The technology is changing. There must be some input whose quantity is kept fixed. We consider only physical inputs and not economically profitable in monetary terms. The technology is given and stable. So over here this is wrong, that is A. The technology is changing because the technology is stable and constant. So A is wrong. So the answer is 50A. Let's see 51. What is a production function? What is the production function? A. Technical relationship between physical input and physical output. B. Relationship between fixed factor of production and variable factor of production. C. Relationship between factor of production and the utility created by it. Or D. That is relationship between quantity of output produced and time taken to produce the output. So over here the answer is A. That is technical relationship between physical inputs and physical outputs is known as what? Production function. Is known as production function. Let's go to question number 52 now. Laws of production does not include A. Returns to scale. B. Laws of diminishing returns to a factor. C. Laws of variable proportion. Or D. Least cost combination of factors. Laws of proportion does not include D. Least cost combination of factors. It does not include to D. Let us see question number 53 now. An isoquant shows all the alternatives combination of two inputs that can be produced by using a given set of output fully and is the best possible way. B. All the alternative combinations of two products among which a producer is indifferent because they yield the same profit. C. All the alternative combinations of two inputs that yield the same total product. Or D. Both B and C. B and C. So over here the isoquant shows C. The alternative combinations of two inputs that yield the same total product, and that is isoquant. Let's go to question number 54 now. Economies of scale exist because as a firm increases its size in the long run, A. Labor of management can specialize in their activities more. B. As a larger input buyer, the firm can get finance at a lower cost and purchase inputs at a lower cost per unit cost. C. The firm can afford to employ more sophisticated technology of production. Or D. All of these. So over here all the options are correct, so the answer is D. All of these. Economies of scale exist because the firm increases its size in the long run. A. Labor and management can specialize. Yes. As a larger input buyer, you will get lower cost benefit. Yes. The firm can afford to employ more sophisticated technology because they would be saving the cost. So the answer is D. All of the above. That is all of these. Let's see question number 55 now. The production function A is the relationship between quantity of inputs and the resulting quantity of product. B tells us the maximum attainable output from a given combination of inputs. C expresses the technological relationship between input and output, yes, or D all of the above. Over here also it would be all of the above because all the three combinations is correct. Let's see question number 56 now. Question number 56. The production process described below exhibits number of workers 0, 1, 2, 3, output. At 0 the output is 0. When the worker is 1 the output is 23. When the worker is 2 the output is 40. When the worker is 3 the output is 50. That means what? We are increasing the worker but the output is not increasing in that way or in that proportion. The output is increasing in diminishing proportion. A. Constant marginal product of labor. No, it is not constant. B. Diminishing marginal product of labor. Yes. C. Increasing returns to scale. Or D. Increasing marginal product of labor. As you can see over here, it is diminishing marginal product of labor because in the proportion we are increasing the number of workers, the output is increasing, but in a diminishing marginal product of labor. 57th. Which of the following is a variable cost in the short run? Which of the following is a variable cost in the short run? A. Rent of a factory. B. Wages paid to factory labor. C. Interest payment on borrowed financial capital. Or D. Payment on the lease for factory equipment. So over here it is B, that is wages paid to factory workers. Wages paid to factory workers is a variable cost. So over here wages paid to factory laborer is a variable cost. Let us continue. 58th. The efficient scale of production is the quantity of output that minimizes. The efficient scale of production is the quantity of output that minimizes A. Average fixed cost. B. Average total cost. C. Average variable cost. Or D. Marginal cost. It is B. Average total cost. The efficient scale of production is the quantity of output that minimizes average total cost. If the company or the organization is producing more, so average total cost is equal to total cost equal upon the quantity of output. So average total cost will be minimized. Question number 59. In the short run, the firm product curve shows that the total product begins to decrease when average product begins to decrease but continues to increase at a decreasing rate. B. When marginal product is equal to average product, the average product is decreasing but at its highest. C. When the marginal product curve cuts the average product from below, the average product is equals to the marginal product. Or D. In stage 2, the total product increases at diminishing rate and reaches maximum at the end of this stage. The answer is D. The answer is D. Just see this diagram. At stage 2, the total product is at maximum and after that it started decreasing. So the answer is D. Let us see question number 60 now. A fixed input is defined as A. That input whose quantity can be quickly changed in the short run in response to desire of the company to change its production. B. That input whose quantity cannot be quickly changed in the short run in response to the desire of the company to change its production. C. That input whose quantities can be easily changed in response to desire to increase or reduce the level of production. or D, that input whose demand can be easily changed in response to the desire to increase or reduce the level of production? The fixed cost is defined as B, the input whose quantity cannot be quickly changed in the short run. So in the short run, you can't change the fixed cost, but yes, we can change the variable cost in response to the desire of the company to change the production. Fixed cost can't be changed, but variable cost could be changed. So the answer is 60B. Let's see question number 61 now. The average product is defined as A, total product divided by total cost. No. Total product divided by marginal cost. No. Total product divided by the number of units of variable cost. Yes. And D, the marginal product divided by the number of units of variable cost. My dear students, average product equal to total product divided by the number of units of variable inputs. So we can say that 61, the answer is C. 61C. Let's see question number 62. Which of the following statements is true? After the inflection point of the production function, a greater use of variable input induces A. After the inflection point of production function, a greater use of variable input induces a reduction in the marginal product. B. Before reaching the inevitable point of decreasing marginal returns, the quantity of output obtained can increase at an increasing rate. C. The first stage corresponds to the range in which the average product is increasing as a result of utilizing increasing quantities of variable inputs, or D, all of the above. As you can see, my dear students, all the statements over here are true. So the answer is D, all of the above. Which of the following statement is true? All the statements are true. So the answer is D, all of the above. Let us see question number 63 now. Marginal product mathematically is the slope of A, total product curve, B, average product curve, C, marginal product curve, D, implicit product curve. So as all of you know, marginal product is the slope of total product curve, because the difference in the total product is known as marginal product. TCN equal MCN equal to TCN minus TCN minus 1. Supposingly MC5 equal to TC5 minus TC5 minus 1. That means TC5 minus TC4. I had written this in cost form. Let me change it. Let me change it to product form. Marginal product at nth unit equal to total product n minus total product n minus 1. So marginal product at fifth unit equal to total product 5 minus total product 5 minus 1. That is total product 5 minus total product 4, and accordingly you will get the answer. Let us shift to question number 64 now. Suppose the first 4 units of variable input generates corresponding total output, that is 200, 350, 450, 500. The marginal product of the third unit of input is what? Third unit of input is what? A, 50, B, 100, C, 150, D, 200. Third unit. So third unit is 100, that is B. 450 minus 350 equals 100. 64 B 100 is the answer. I believe all of you understood till here. Shall we move ahead? Let us go to question number 65 now. Which of the following statements is false, not true, in respect of fixed cost of the firm. A. As the fixed inputs for the firm cannot be changed in the short run, the TFC are constant. Total fixed costs are constant except when the prices of the fixed input changes. B. TFC continue to exist even when production is stopped in the short run, but they exist in the long run even when production is not stopped. C. Total fixed cost can be defined as the sum total of cost of all the fixed inputs associated with production in the short run. Or D. In the short run, a firm's fixed cost cannot be escaped even when the production is stopped. Over here, the answer is B. This is false, that TFC continue to exist even when the production is stopped in the short run, but they exist in the long run even when the production is not stopped. This is false. Let us see question number 66 now. Diminishing marginal returns for the first 4 units of variable input is exhibited by total product sequence 50, 50, 50, 50. B. 50, 110, 180 and 260. C. 50, 100, 150 and 200. Or D. 50, 90, 120 or 140. Diminishing marginal returns for the first 4 units of a variable input. Variable input is exhibited by the total product sequence. Students, over here it is same, the total product is same, so this is wrong. Over here if you could see, 50 plus 60 is 110, 110 plus 70 is 180, 180 and 160, so the difference is 80 over here. C. So this can't, because the diminishing marginal return is not there. Over here 50 and 100, 50, 100, 150, 50, 150, 200, 50, it is same, so it can't be the answer. Over here 50 and 90, 40, 90 and 20, 30, 120, 140, 20. D is the answer, 66D. I believe you understood. 66, the answer is D. Let's go to 67. Use of the following diagram to answer the following question given below. Total product increasing in increasing order, increasing at diminishing rate, maximum and then falling. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. The marginal physical product of the third unit of labor is dash and marginal product of the dash labor is negative. The marginal product of the third unit of labor is dash and the MP of the dash labor is negative. A 6, 4, B 6, 3, 6, 5, C and D 6, 6. Students, you can see over here, when the total product is falling, the marginal product will become negative. So the answer is 6 over here. So it is D. 67 D. Let's go to 68 now. In the third of the 3 stages of production, A, the marginal product curve has a positive slope. The marginal product curve lies completely between the average product curve. The total product increases and marginal product is positive. So in the third of 3 stages of total production, so in the third stage, the marginal product lies completely below the average product curve and even it become negative, but average product curve will not touch x-axis. 68B. Let us see question number 69 now. When marginal costs are below average total cost, A. Average fixed costs are rising. B. Average total cost is falling. C. Average total cost is rising. Or D. Average total cost is minimized. So it is B. Average total cost is falling. When marginal cost is below average total cost, when MC is below ATC, the average total cost is falling. And that is why the marginal cost is below average total cost. Students, you can see over here, average total cost is falling. So MC is below average total cost. When average total cost is falling in the given graph, MC, that is marginal cost, is below the average total cost. I believe you understood this. Let us continue. '70. A firm's long run average total cost curve is A. Identical to its long run marginal cost curve. B. Also its long run supply curve, because it explains the relationship between price and quantity supplied. C. In fact, the average total cost curve of the optimal plant in the short run, as it tries to produce at least cost. Or D. Tangent to all the curves of short run average total cost curve. A firm's long run average total cost curve is D. Tangent to all the curves of short run average total cost. Long run average total cost, LAC. So it should be tangent to all the short run average total costs. See this diagram. This is short run average cost, and LAC is tangent. It is tangent to all the short run average costs. I believe you got the concept now. I believe you are clear. Let us move ahead now. '71. In the long run, if a very small factory were to expand its scale of operation, it is likely that it would initially experience A. An increase in pollution level, B. Diseconomies of scale, C. Economies of scale, or D. Constant returns to scale. It would be C. Economies of scale. Benefits of large scale production. They will achieve benefits of large scale production. What are the benefits of large scale production? The average cost per unit will be low. That leads to cost saving. In the long run, if a very small factory were to expand its scale of operation, it is likely that it would initially experience economies of scale first. '72. So first, it would be increasing economies of scale, then some constant economies of scale. So let's go to question number 72 now. A firm long run average total cost curve is A. Identical to its long run marginal cost curve, as all factors are variable. B. Also its long run total cost curve, because it explains the relationship cost and quantity supplied in the long run. C. In fact, the average total cost curve of the optimal plant in the short run, as it tries to produce at least cost. or D, tangent to all the short run average total cost, the curves, and represent the lower average total cost for producing each level of output. A firm's long run average total cost curve is D, tangent to all short run average total cost curves and represent the lowest average total cost for producing each unit of output. Just see it over here. You can see this relationship in figure number 12, that is long run average cost curve. It is tangent to the short run average cost curves are tangent to the long run average total cost curve. I believe you understood this. Let us move ahead now. 73. Which of the following statements describe increasing returns to scale? Increasing returns to scale. That means doubling of all inputs used leads to doubling of output. B. Increasing the input by 50% leads to increase in the output by 25%. C. Increasing the output by 1/3, 1/4%, 1/4 is 25%. That leads to increase in output by 1/3%. 1/3 means 33%. Or D, none of the above. Increasing returns to scale. The output should increase as compared to inputs. Over here the input is 25%, but the output increased by 33%. So the answer is C, 73C, that is increasing inputs by 1/4 leads to increase in output by 1/3. Let us see question number 74. The marginal cost for a firm of producing the 9th unit of output is 20. The average cost of the same level of output is 15. Marginal cost is 20. Average cost is 15. 9th unit. Which of the following is true over here? A. Marginal cost and average cost are both falling. B. Marginal cost and average cost are both rising. C. Marginal cost is rising and average cost is falling. Or D. It is impossible to tell if either of the curves are rising or falling. We can't say that. Question number 74. It is B. Marginal cost and average cost both are falling. So it is B. Marginal cost and average cost both are rising and not falling. It's rising. 74B. As you can see over here, the marginal cost is also rising and average cost, that is average total cost, is also rising. I believe you understood. Let us continue. 75. Implicit cost can be defined as A. Money payments made to the non-owners of the firm for self-owned factors employed in the business and therefore not entered into the books of accounts. B. Money not paid out of the owners of the firm for the self-owned factors employed in the business and therefore not entered in the books of accounts. C. Money payments which the self-owned and employed resources could have earned in their next best alternative employment. It is opportunity cost and therefore entered in the books of accounts. Money payments which the self-owned and employed resources earn in their best use and therefore entered into the books of accounts. Implicit cost, it is money not paid to the owners of the firm for self-owned factors employed in the business. It is known as implicit cost. Implicit cost. We have not paid money to anybody, but yes, it is a cost. 76. The most important function of entrepreneur is to A. Innovate, B. Bear the sense of responsibility, C. Finance, or D. Earn profit. It is A. Innovate. Entrepreneurs should innovate. 77. Economic cost of production differ from accounting cost of production because economic cost of production differs from accounting cost of production because A. Economic cost include expenditure for hired resources, explicit cost, while accounting cost do not do that. B. Accounting cost include opportunity cost, which are deducted later to find out the to find paid out cost. I don't think so. C. Accounting cost include expenditure for hired resources while economic cost do not do that. Or D. Economic cost and opportunity cost of a firm. Economic cost add the opportunity cost of a firm which uses its own resources. Economic cost of production differ from accounting cost of production because D. Economic cost add the opportunity cost of the firm which uses its own resources. That is implicit cost. And in accounting cost, this implicit cost is not added. Let's see question number 78. In figure below, possible reason why the average variable cost AVC curve approaches the average total cost curve at output rises. A. Fixed costs are falling while total costs are rising at rising output. B. Total costs are falling and average costs are also rising. C. Marginal cost and above average variable cost as output rises. Or D. Average fixed costs are falling as output rises. It is D. AFC are falling as output rises, and because AFC is falling, that is why we can say that this is the reason why the average variable cost curve approaches the average total cost curve as output rises. 79. Marginal cost changes due to changes in A. Total cost, B. Average cost, C. Variable cost, D. Quantity of output. Marginal cost changes due to changes in C. Variable cost. Why? Because in total cost we also have fixed cost included. So the answer is variable cost. Let's move ahead. Which of the following statements are correct? A. Fixed cost vary with change in output. B. If we add total variable cost and total fixed cost, we'll get the average cost. C. Marginal cost is the result of total cost divided by number of units produced. Or D. Total cost is obtained by adding up fixed cost and total variable cost. So it is D. Total cost is obtained by adding up fixed cost and total variable cost. That is total fixed cost plus total variable cost equal to total cost. 80D. Let's see 81. Which of the following statements is incorrect? The LSE curve is also called the planning curve of the firm. Total revenue equal to price per unit multiplied by number of units sold. C. Opportunity cost is also called alternative cost. Or D. If total revenue is divided by the number of units sold, we get marginal revenue. Incorrect. D is incorrect. Total revenue is divided by the number of units we get marginal revenue. No, we get average revenue. Average revenue equal to total revenue divided by Q. 82. The vertical difference between TVC and TC are equal to A. MC, that is marginal cost, B. AVC, average variable cost, C. TFC, total fixed cost, or D. none of the above. The difference between total variable cost and total cost is because of total fixed cost, because total fixed cost equal to total cost minus total variable cost. This is the formula. I believe you understood. I believe you understood till here. Okay, so students, we keep this class till here only. I believe all of you must have understood all the multiple choice questions. Let us practice it well. Thank you. Thank you very much.